I'm Ryan from ExtremeTerrain.com, and this is my review and installation of the Rugged Ridge 4-piece LED rock light kit in white, fitting all 2007 and up JKs. Today we're going to talk through the installation of this rock light kit, which I am going to give a 2 out of 3 wrenches. There's a little bit of drilling involved in this kit, but that's really not what earns it the 2 out of 3 wrenches. The drilling is just into the plastic splash guards in those inner fender wells. The 2 out of 3 wrenches comes from the little bit of wiring that you're going to have to do. Even though this kit does come with a wiring harness, if you choose that option, you're still gonna have to do a little wiring to get these installed. So again, 2 out of 3 wrenches and about 2 hours of time, but we'll talk more about the install in just a second. We're also going to talk through the construction and a few of the features of this kit. Rock lights were originally designed so that you could illuminate the area underneath your Jeep so that your spotter, when you're off-road at night, can see obstacles and better help you pick your line. Now, today, a lot of people are running rock lights just because they like the look of them, whether it's when they're parked or when they're off the trail and just hanging out with their buddies. But again, the main purpose of these were to illuminate so that your spotter can see better. So regardless of why you want to purchase a set of rock lights, I think that this is going to be a pretty solid option for you. This kit is going to be less expensive than some of those other ones on the market. There are other brands like Vision X, for instance, that is going to be a little bit pricier. And there are kits out there that are color changing, have strobe effects, have a key fob that you can turn the lights on and off from a distance. And all of those features are really, in my opinion, just for show. This is a kit that, while it still does add a certain look to your Jeep, it's also going to be very functional and it's going to be less expensive than those other kits, all while still being very well built. I say this kit is very well built because the lights themselves aren't a plastic light. These are actually an aluminum light that is covered in a black powder coat finish. It has a sealed back, so where the wire goes into it, where this whole backing cover goes on, and where the 2 screws are that hold the backing cover in place, they're all sealed up. So these are going to be weatherproof, which is very important when you're driving down the road and it's raining, or when you're hitting those deep mud puddles off-road. You don't want any moisture getting into your light, and these are going to be completely sealed. Not only is the light sealed, but also the wire. These come with nice long leads on them, and they have weatherproof connectors that go into this piece here, which connects all 4 of the lights together and gives you just 2 pigtails to wire up, making wiring very, very simple. So again, everything is nice and weatherproof. Inside each of these lights, you have 3 individual diodes, and it does have a little bit of a plastic lens over top of it, which does a really nice job of dispersing that light and really throwing it, making it a nice wide pattern. You don't want just a spot, a dot of light on the ground. You really do want some diffusion, and you are going to get that out of these lights. Now over here, each one of these lights comes with 2 different mounting pads. This is just a rubber mounting pad. It's pre-cut for your wires to be run out of it. It's pre-drilled, so this will go directly onto the back of each one of the lights. It gives you a little bit of vibration resistance and just makes it a little bit easier, a little bit nicer to mount that light. And the reason that there are 2 with each of the lights is this is a curved for mounting the light on a more rounded surface, where this is a flat. So you do have a couple of different options as far as the mounting goes. But again, if you follow the Rugged Ridge instructions, they're going to tell you exactly which mounts to use, where to put these lights to get optimal performance. Of course, you can move them around a little bit if you choose to, depending on exactly how you use your Jeep and exactly where you want that light. So because this does have a little bit of drilling involved and a little bit of wiring involved, even if you purchase the kit that has the wiring harness, I'm going to give this a 2 out of 3 wrenches, and you are going to have to give yourself around 2 hours to get these installed. Now, by following the Rugged Ridge instructions, the install is going to be pretty straightforward, even though you have to drill those couple of holes. It's just in the splash guards, not in the metal, not in the body or the frame. So I think it's a lot easier for us who don't like drilling into our Jeeps to make those couple of holes. So again, you'll follow the Rugged Ridge instructions. You'll find the location on the inner fender wells in front of the front tires, behind the rear tires, where you're going to drill your holes, attach your rubber mounting bracket onto your light itself, and use the included hardware to bolt the light into place. You're going to run your wiring harnesses along the frame to a central location where they'll tie back in to this bit of a harness here. And if you purchase this kit that doesn't have the rest of the wiring harness, from there you have to get a positive and a negative to here. run them through a switch, of course. A relay is always a good idea, definitely a fuse, but you can switch these in a lot of different ways. If you do have the wiring harness, you'll simply attach the rest of the harness onto this. That will have your relay, it'll have your fuse, and it'll have your switch that you'll just have to mount in the cab. But again, you can get creative with the way you have these switched. I personally have a set of rock lights on my TJ that are switched so that when you open the door, the lights come on automatically. That helps you and your passenger when you're jumping down out of the Jeep. You can see what you're jumping into. Has saved me from splashing into a couple of puddles I didn't know were there when you're on the road. But you can also switch these again in a lot of different capacities and a lot of different ways, and you can really get creative with both the mounting and the wiring and the switching of these. So you're going to need your traditional hand tools to get this job done. You're also going to need some wiring tools. Even if you choose the option that has the wiring harness, I'd still recommend having some wiring tools handy just to make sure you get the job done nice and clean. After touching these lights, picking them up, feeling how well they're built, looking at them, seeing how they're sealed up so they're weatherproof, and finally attaching them to a 12-volt source and seeing how bright they are and how much I like the beam pattern, I think that these are a really, really good deal. At $100, I don't think that you're going to find a rock light that's as well built or that's going to perform as well as this one. You are going to have to pay a little bit more money if you want the version of these that have the wiring harness with them. Again, if you're not comfortable with automotive wiring, that's going to be a good idea for you. But overall, I think you're getting a lot of value for $100. If you are looking for a kit that might have more than just 4 lights, you can probably buy 2 of these kits for right around the price of some of those other kits on the market that just have 6 lights, and then you would have 8 to install in your Jeep. Again, I just think that these are really well built and really fairly priced. So whether you're looking to install some rock lights on your Wrangler because you want to be able to do some night wheeling and have your spotter pick your line for you, or you just like the way that the rock lights look when you're on the road or parked in the parking lot after a trail run with your buddies, this is going to be an easy to install and really fairly priced high quality kit. So that's my review of the Rugged Ridge 4-piece LED rock light kit in white, fitting all 2007 and up JKs that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.